Welcome my dear students. Today we will study our first chapter of EVS, which is the world around us. In this chapter you will learn about what is an environment, about living and non-living things, and the difference between living and non-living things. At the last, we will talk about similarities between living and non-living things. Okay, students? So, let's start with our first topic, what is an environment? So, the world in which we live is an environment. We should keep our environment neat and clean. We should throw waste material and garbage into the dustbins. Okay? So, let's talk about the definition of our environment. So, an environment is something surrounded by something else. For example, I am standing in this room, surrounded by walls of this room and the weather condition of this room. All together combines and form an environment. So, I am standing in an environment. Similarly, as you are sitting in a room surrounded by the walls of your room and the weather condition in your room combines and form an environment. So, you are also sitting in an environment. Okay? And we can take another example. Suppose a football game is going on. So, the ground, the stadium, the spectators sitting in that stadium and the weather condition of that stadium together forms an environment. So, that is also an environment. Everything in our surrounding is an environment. Now, let's discuss about living things and non-living things. As we all have seen some living things and non-living things in our surroundings. So, what is the difference between them? Let us discuss about the differences between living things and non-living things. So, living things are those which needs food and water for their survival, whereas non-living things do not need food and water for their survival. Living things need air to breathe, while non-living things do not breathe. Living things have feelings. They can feel, but non-living things do not have feelings, or they do not feel anything. Living things can grow, as we can measure the growth of a tree by its height, whereas non-living things do not grow. They remain the same. Living things can move from one place to another by their own, whereas non-living things do not move from one place to another until we move their place. As we can have an example of a car. A car will be driven by a person. It will not drive by itself. Living things can produce their young ones, whereas non-living things do not produce their young ones. As you are young ones of your parents. But have you seen any table or chair having its babies? No, because they do not produce. Now, let us discuss about some similarities between living things and non-living things. The first similarity between living and non-living thing is they both have a particular shape. As a horse, ant, and a table. These three have their own shape. Horse and ant are living things, whereas table is a non-living thing. The second similarity between them is they both occupy some space. As we are studying on a table, so we occupy the space on the chair on which we are sitting, and the book from which we are reading is also occupying a space on the table. Third similarity between living thing and non-living thing is they both have some weight. Yes, when you goes to a school, you have your own weight, while the bag you carry on your shoulders has its own weight. So, you are a living thing and your bag is a non-living thing. They both have some weight. The fourth similarity between them is living thing and non-living thing. Both are made up of some matter or substance. As humans are made up of bones, cells, muscles. Similarly, non-living things are made up of plastic, iron, wood, etc. Living things and non-living things both reacts on the weather condition. How? As we are humans, we react on weather conditions like in winter we feel cold, in summer our temperature increases and we feel hot. In rainy season we feel some humidity. Similarly, the table, the chair, the pencil, the pen, everything reacts on weather condition. As you may have seen, in winter season they become cold. In rainy season they have moisture on their surface. In summer season they are little warmer. So both living and non-living things reacts on weather condition. Now here the chapter finishes. We will meet in our next video with a new chapter and some amazing things about that. Till then, thank you, have a nice day and be safe at your home.